what's Coach Smith looking for out of his guys?
Well, we talked about it just this morning again. What we want to see out of spring is just for them to be better in their fundamentals and their technique. We're not interested in trying to win spring ball. Sometimes you can get into the competition and get heated up that way, which is good, but we really want to see them improve their fundamentals and their technique. We know if they do those two things, we'll be better in the fall.
Looking at Jarquez McClellan and those guys Buster, Ryan moves on. Will those be some of the guys that maybe you lean on to help Greg and Devin, get acclimated to the
Well, Jarquez, he started 9 games for us this past year. He's got the most experience of all the guys coming back, so he's kind of taken over the leadership role within the group of corners. And so we're definitely going to lean on him that way, and his experience is going to help. And he's put the young guys around his arm and said, hey, come follow me. And I like that. He's a good example of how to do things the right way. Buster the same way. He's got a lot of confidence that he's gained from the first year to right now. So, when we go out to first day, those will be the first 2 guys that run out there. And then we really expect, Day Bishop to come in and to really, come into his own now after redshirt this past year to come in. I'm excited to really watch him play. And then Devin Bush is going to be right in there with him, with those guys. So it's good to have Devin and Greg here both. We're going to work Greg as some nickel and some corner, and then just see how those guys develop over the course of 15 practices.
How does that help the room, having 2 guys of that caliber? And when you guys went out and recruited them, what was it that you saw in Greg and Devin that you coveted so much for this program?
Well, that was really Coach Cooper really had to lead on those guys and his familiarity with New Orleans, and then it was just staying steady with them throughout the recruiting process. That's something that Coach Morris emphasizes, that we really want to, just be the same person from the first day all the way to the end. And it paid off with both of those guys. Flipping Greg at the end, Coach Cooper and I went out there, 3 straight weeks and saw those guys. And so we ended up flipping Greg at the end. And then Devin was a guy that we got on him early. Then he released the top 3 and we weren't in it. But we just stayed on him. And then as things worked out, he reached back out and said, hey, are you guys still interested in me? We said, sure we are. But I think it was just staying steady throughout the process with him and then getting back involved with him late. But just being the same people that we were from the very first all the way to the end with him, and then having them both here early is really critical. Great for their development.
You've been here, you had a chance to recruit for you. What have you found, that is the best brand for this unit, for you guys out on the recruiting trail?
I think that obviously there's a great deal of energy around our program right now in terms of recruiting. Being able to put together the 2019 class that we did was remarkable, and I think the 2020 class is just going to build off of that. There's a great deal of excitement when we go out into schools and we talk to recruits. People know what we're doing, especially in terms of recruiting, and they know that you're going to see those results on the field here in the next several seasons, and then it's going to just keep building and building and building. It's like that big snowball that we just kind of pushing on down the hill, and it starts out small and then that thing is huge by the time it gets down to the bottom. So that's kind of the analogy that we're working on, and we want guys that want to come and be a part of a turnaround and something special and an opportunity to be the big face on the mural when it's all painted up. And so that's appealing to a lot of guys. There's a great sense of urgency in terms of recruiting that way, so we're looking for guys that want to come be a part of that.
When you go out and you recruit, what is it that you, Coach Mark Smith, specifically looks at in your players?
Well, I want guys that love playing football. That's first thing. Guys that just can't live without it. Guys that just this is what I do. It's who I am, and I just love playing ball. And then we want guys that want to be Arkansas guys that got to fit, the culture that's within this program. So we want guys that want to come in that have high character, that are going to behave right. They want to get an education. They want to graduate from a great university. So those things are important, and the guys that just football is everything to them in their life. So that's what we really look for.